Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Can I get a hello there? How to change your story. I came across the realization that I had adopted a story from society and it wasn't serving me. No, not at all. And that story went something like, you are only supposed to do this because you are this, and you can't go past this because you are that. And I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. I think you've got the wrong person. Do you know who I am? Ah, I thought so. A lot of us, we don't even realize that we have the power to write our own story, to change it at any time. Some of us are even borrowing someone else's story and not realizing why we can't step into our true authenticity, because we are living someone else's life. And when you start living your own life, I've seen it becomes more fruitful. That's a nice word. 5 stories. The first story, the story of words and beliefs. This is what's helped me along my journey. Becoming more aware of how you are talking to yourself is essential. I am the 2 most powerful words, because whatever you put after that determines what you will be, more so what you will attract. I say I am wonderful, and I always attract wonderful experiences into my life. Now, sometimes I attract a lot of ugly experiences into my life. But guess what? It is because I am a vibrational match to that experience. And therefore, I always say, we don't attract what we want, we attract how we feel. So I always see myself in a high positive regard, because when you talk down towards yourself, when you don't like how you look, guess what? This affects what you will attract. So how do we start changing our story? It starts with the belief systems we have, because it's all BS. And whatever you believe, in essence, is your story. So what happens when you don't identify with your beliefs as being the strict truth? It means you are more flexible to change your story. Some people say, I believe this, and that's it. Now they limit themselves of the possibility of having another alternative. So what's helped me along my journey is letting go of fixed ways of thinking and feeling. I say enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. The second story is the relationship story. This is where we justify how we feel. Some people in relationships say, I've been hurt, something has happened, and therefore I'm going to show my partner by screwing my face up. So what happens? We are justifying being a victim because we want to show someone something. But in the process, we suffer. So in changing that story, we have to become very conscious. That's what I say to myself, that we are not justifying where we are in life. And we are not doing it based on fear, because it's let love guide you, not fear. Whenever we start justifying how we feel, we give ourselves an excuse to stay in that same position. When I started to change my story, I said, I am not my past. Whatever happened served as a stepping stone to get me where I am today, but only a stepping stone. Every day I'm transforming, I'm like a butterfly. You can't catch me, you just love me. I like that. The third story is the story of money. When I realized the secret about money, we can talk about money and the law of attraction. I always remind myself that it has everything to do with our core frequency. You may see someone riding a Ferrari, but you have to ask yourself, is that in alignment with your core frequency? Do you really want that? Because if not, guess what? All of your actions are not going to attract it because you don't really want it, but that person wants it. So they've got it. That's how the storylines work. But money is energy. And that's the biggest secret I learned. So whenever you harbor negative emotions towards yourself, you are losing currency. You're losing money. When you see yourself as brilliant, marvelous, you're talking to yourself every day when you go to sleep. You're your biggest fan. Now your bank balance is increasing because your energy is increasing. You are raising your vibrational frequency, and therefore that affects what you attract. Some people say, I'm not worthy to buy that, or I could never live in that house. I could never live there because why? Because you've written it into your story. That's one of limitation. So to change that, I started to see myself as energy, pure currency. And therefore, I saw myself as priceless. And abundance is the natural state of the universe. Scarcity is the greatest illusion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the fourth story is the story of work. Some people say, I'm stuck here. You're in a dead-end job, you're not happy, you're miserable, and now you're calling me. I don't know what I can do for you, but I can share with you what's helped me along my journey. I was stuck in a job I didn't like. What happened? I asked myself, do I want to be here for the next 50 years complaining? Because I've only been here for a couple of years and I'm doing it every single day. I said no. It's not fair on me. More so, it's not fair for the people that work with me. I am going to place myself in an environment that complements my own energy. I am going to do what I love. I am going to step into that radical action. More so, I am going to see that it's possible. What is in the way? What is stopping me? But my mind. We are our own greatest limitation. And once I surrendered, I started to see the infinite possibilities. I started to rewrite my story and realize I could be anything that I desire. And the last story is the story of our visions, the vision story. Many times along my journey, I realized that your mission is to be so busy doing what you love, you don't have time for gossip, hatred, regret, that low vibrational feeling state which keeps you at war with yourself. I'm focusing on solutions. And the story of the vision for me is about writing yourself a story which is eternal. Not a story that's gonna fade away. Yes, we're living in a transient universe, but the vision for me is one of evolution. So every single day, I am stepping into becoming my greatest version. More so, I'm sharing with other people. But many people will say, my vision is just to live in what I call the conveyor belt lifestyle. Why? Because you are borrowing someone else's story. So once you start writing your own story, guess what happens? Now you start writing the story of your vision, your innermost desires. And guess what? It manifests if your heart is in it. If you have the heart and mind synthesis, it has to. That's what I've seen along my journey. So there you have it. 5 stories in one. We're here having fun. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.